Alec Pierce entering his second year, a guy who's got to have kind of a breakout year. This is an important year for Alec Pierce, and one of the things that we were all disappointed by was the drop on Saturday in Buffalo. He was asked about that and some other stuff. Very, very interesting and fun to know. Like, you thought because he's from Glen Ellen, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, west of the city, that he would have grown up a Bears fan. That, in fact, is not the case.
I think I've continued to grow my game, so I can get open on different levels of the field and make plays at different levels, and then just, building chemistry with the quarterbacks and stuff like that.
You talked about a lot about that with Anthony. Where do you think your connection is with him today versus like the first day you were out here?
Oh, it's way ahead than what it was, and I think it's still got a lot of progress to go. But that's what we got. We got a couple more weeks till the season, and then obviously the season is a long season, and we continue to build on that.
Mm-hmm. That play in Buffalo, I know you're probably hoping you'd come down with the catch, but is that kind of a moment? Do you still, it's a part of you that gets excited for like what this could look like once you kind of iron out the details?
Yeah, for sure. Just because knowing myself there, I should have made the catch, and I just knew my route was not even the best route, but just the ball was such a beautiful ball. And it was just put in a perfect spot. So just knowing that he could do that, and even if I don't create the most separation on a route, like I did there, he's just gonna be able to put the ball just where I can catch it, and I just got to come down with it next time.
You guys are gonna obviously play with whoever it is out there, but is it a relief now to already know who the starter is at quarterback?
It's definitely nice to know, especially when you go out here and practice, we're going to be working with the ones that we're going to be working with the same quarterback every time, so you can really know this is the guy who I got to get my timing down with. I got to get most of my reps with him. You also work with other quarterbacks too, but it's definitely good to know this is the guy that I got to learn how he throws and get on the same page with him.
What's been your impression of Anthony's command of the huddle over training camp?
Oh, I've been really impressed with it. I think each day he's kind of been taking a step forward with that, and he's definitely taken on a leadership role. I think he broke down one of our things the other day, in front of the whole team. So that's, as a rookie, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, he's just taking a more and more leadership role as times go.
Coming from college, play calls are different in college versus the NFL. The ability to spit that out with confidence seems like kind of a hard hurdle for a quarterback to cross.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. The plays, and it's like a language. So me in year two, we're using a lot of the same words we did last year. So it's something I know, and I start hearing a play and I can kind of finish it in my head just because I've heard it so many times. But definitely when you don't know it at first, it might be a lot to remember, because I'm sure, I don't know how it works, but I think it just comes in there. It just comes in over the microphone, and they got to just be able to spit it back out.
So you know that he's got command, he's got confidence of what the play call is when he does spit it out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You're Chicago guys. It's been fun.
Yeah, no, it's been super
practicing
fun.
at the Bears. Grew up a Bears fan, I'm guessing.
I did not grow up a Bears fan, but it's been fun. It's been fun practicing against them for sure.
Were you an anti-fan then?
I was a Packers fan, so yes.
Okay, so you really like
My dad put me on the Packers.
Oh, okay.
From Wisconsin, so yeah.
What's your biggest takeaway from these 2 days with the Bears? I guess for the offense as a whole.
I think there's good and bad with it, and I think that shows kind of where we're at. I think we got a lot of room to grow, but we showed some flashes. We just got to continue on getting more and more consistent, and kind of raise the floor of our play, so that we can. Our bad plays aren't as bad, and we make less mistakes, and we are able to kind of. That's how you maintain drives, and just always have consistently good plays, and then you hit the big plays and score touchdowns.
How does Josh change the feel of this offense? Just the ability to always, as he puts it, just always get open.
Yeah. No, Josh, he's a great addition to the receiver room. I think for sure, it's a guy like that we kind of needed. Someone that can get open in space, make plays, make people miss, make tough catches. So, I'm thrilled to have him as a teammate, and I've been loving seeing what he's doing in camp.
What's the gut punch when Ashton goes down?
Yeah, it was tough to see. Ashton's a great guy, great leader, a guy that just works so hard. So it's really tough to see him go down. But I know he'll come back even stronger. He's gonna work his butt off in rehab, and he's gonna come back way stronger.
What kind of example has he been for the younger guys who are looking to get on this team and have to do multiple roles, special teams and everything?
No, he's definitely one of those guys that like I tell any young guy coming in, especially those undrafted guys, look at him, he's a guy that just does everything right. He works his tail off, and he goes out here and he does everything. The blocking, special teams, kind of all the dirty work that people would say, but that's what winning football teams need, and that's what, like, you know, they need players that do that. He's accepted that role, and he's also just, you can, like, supposedly, I wasn't here, but you can turn the tape on, you can see his growth at receiver just over the years. He's always been a tremendous athlete, but supposedly he just keeps getting better and better at receiver. So it's just, you know, he's a hell of a player, and I'm hoping, you know, he can recover from that.
You were a rookie last year, and Reggie was kind of a rookie too in his job. I mean,
Yeah.
have you seen him evolve as a coach this year at all?
Yeah, definitely seen Reggie evolve. You know, I think he's a lot more, like, not comfortable, but like, I think he knows kind of what's going on more so, like, you know, and he's like just ready to, like, lead us, and it knows kind of what to teach us and stuff like that. So I think it's something they got to learn, you know, as a coach, and he's definitely getting it down.
Now that you're past the rookie stuff and learning the playbook and stuff like that, all that technical stuff Reggie's teaching you, I know you were learning it last year, but does it sink in easier now because you're kind of past that playbook stuff?
For sure, yeah. You know, I think you got a lot more time at practice where you're not thinking about, like, you know, what play I got to do more, so you can think about your technique and stuff like that.
How much of that from Reggie is just learning to read defensive backs? Like, when you came in here the last time, you were talking about, like, the difference between Kenny and Darryl and, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know, watching tape, you can see that, and that's what's, like, you'll see with his joint practices, like, day one, you know, you might have seen a clip or two of these guys, but you don't really know who you're going against. So then you got to, like, watch the guys in front of you, watch them one-on-one, see what they do, and then, you know, after practice, you're able to watch that film and kind of be like, okay, this guy, he wears this number, he does that, so you can figure out what they're doing then and be more comfortable and kind of know, come up with a plan to attack that.
Have you changed much physically just from last year at this time? Bigger, stronger, anything like that?
Nope, I think I try to. You know, I lift weights, I work out and stuff like that. But I think I weigh the exact same. Yeah, but I think I'm feeling good though. I felt good last year. It's not me. I didn't get better. I thought I was, you know, coming off of last year, being on all that combine training and stuff. But, you know, my body was in great shape. So yeah, and I think I'm feeling in really good shape this year again too. So I'm ready to go, ready for the season.
Thanks, guys.
That's Alec Pierce. Funny that he was a Packers fan. There are a lot of Packers fans in Chicago. Hell, the Packers, they continue to win more than the Bears most years, so it's not surprising that there are a few Packers fans in the Windy City. Alec Pierce hearing that explanation of what he sees in Anthony Richardson and how Anthony Richardson can deliver the football when he hasn't created great separation. Really, really interesting in the way it juxtaposes what the Colts were last year with Matt Ryan, Nick Foles, and Sam Ehlinger.